most defining part is just staying healthy. I haven't had any major issues this year that had me sitting out for missing huge blocks of practices like I have in the past. And so I feel like that has been the key to being here this year. We're not the winningest person when we go on the circuit, and we're not necessarily trying to win every race we go. Most of the races we go, we're just working on phases of the races, and so that looks different every race that we go into. But when we come to the championship, we expect that all those races that we did in preparation, we've gotten the race together, and we should get it right when we step on the track in the championships, and that's usually the difference for me. A little bit on the borderline, both. I mean, it is just another race, the 100-meter hurdles that I've ran countless times. I haven't been into the Olympic Stadium before, so I really don't know how it will feel, but I expect that it will be heightened. The emotions will be heightened, but I am a seasoned campaigner, and I know how to keep my emotions in check and compartmentalize. And so I figure that once I get the first round out of the way, it should flow as any other race. There's always slight tweaks. We ran the same amount of races last year as we did this year, so that's no different. But just necessarily working on the deficits of my race. I feel like the start has been pretty consistent. Well, not so much this year, but last season was pretty consistent. But as we transition to working on the last 5 hurdles, which was that was giving me problems last year, we've been really focusing on that part of the race. And so the start has gotten away from me a few times while I'm focusing on that. And so, we've gone back to working on the starts and trying to fine tune it, as well as the last part, 5 through 10. So I figure we've gotten it pretty good in training many times, and so it's just a matter of time before it comes in the race. Pretty satisfying to see. I mean, I remember when I just came out on the senior team in 2013, it was really just like a rebirth. And so to see a lot of young athletes now stepping up and they're running pretty well, it's very cool to see, and to know that I am still in the mix at my big age. Still there, still mixing it up with them. I mean, Akira told me that when she was in high school, she had a picture of me saying she has to beat me, and so it's like I've come a long way. I mean, I've raced the greats, and now I'm racing the up and coming, and so it's very cool for me, and I'm very blessed to still be in this position. I've had a long career, and sometimes I don't stop to really look at it in depth, and it's really a blessing for me to be here still. While you're in it, it's really hard to step back and look at what you do, because you're still trying for so much more, and you're still trying to get to the top still. Even though you're there, you're still trying for more, and so I don't really take time to really step back and look at what I've done. Maybe when I've retired and put it up, I can really look at my career. But in the meanwhile, I'm still chasing greatness, and so I have to keep my eyes focused on that.